U.S. men's Olympic hockey. Now, this and women's, by the way, I have to add that in there. I'm saying men's because I saw the whole men's game. I didn't get to see the whole women's game, and I wish I had. But this was refreshing in an era of, today what are they talking about in the NBA? They're worried about players tanking and not playing games hard and, gambling and everything. The attention was back on the elements of the game: competition, spirit, team, unity, support of teammates, respect of a sport. Two great teams. Great battle between the U.S. and Canada. The U.S. wins in overtime. Jack Hughes, with a couple of teeth missing, overtime winner. These guys are all bonded and tied together. A goaltender that puts them in a position to win it, Connor Hellebuck. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. 41 saves. Hellebuck. So there was a guy who was, no, it wasn't Johnny Busick of the old Boston Bruins. Okay, Hellebuck. 41 saves. By the way, let me just remind people who are trying to condition it, and, Canada was a better team and all. This is sports. That guy put you in a position to win it. That's one of the positions in soccer also that can win you a game. A performance by everything can go wrong in front of you, but if that guy's on and the ball looks like a beach ball or the puck looks larger and they're not getting beat, you can win games. And that guy was unbelievable. 46-year anniversary of Lake Placid when U.S. college players beat the Soviet Union. I lived on a dorm at Boston University. I was on a full soccer scholarship. There were a lot of athletes in our dorm, and Jim Craig, the goaltender, lived on my floor with me at Boston University. So I got to know him back then. 46 years ago, the Miracle on Ice. Holy smoke. That's unbelievable. And the first ever gold medal won by the U.S. in hockey at the Olympics was Squaw Valley, 1960. Most people aren't going to go there. But this was something special. And then the U.S. women beating Canada. That's their third Olympic gold medal. Megan Keller, remember that name. And their goaltender was excellent too, Aaron Frankel. 30 saves in the final. Goaltending does it. 713-780-3776 if you want to get in here tonight. So what did we learn from these two Olympic performances? Let's honor the beauty of the never say die attitude and competition between these two countries, four teams. And yes, it is prideful for the U.S. to win. And why can't we be excited about it? Of course we can. Canada's a great hockey country. I remember going to the NHL games. There weren't any Americans even in the NHL. Hardly. So let us celebrate the efforts of these teams. The unity, the togetherness, the accountability, respecting each other, achieving something together. And these are attributes we got to hold high as examples to all of us, right on down to youth who need these types of examples. I think we're all looking for better leadership these days and people to model, honestly. Not rhetoric, not social media, but real live daily leaders. We got some from both of these teams. Wonderful stuff. And I'll tell you what, hockey's going to get a big boost. Hockey's going to have more kids registering. There are going to be more kids playing. There's going to be a bump in programs in certain parts of the country. And what a great example this is and boost to Mauricio Pochettino, who has been preaching, who's been watching that old movie from Lake Placid. What a piece he's been handed here to, again, remind a group of players of this perfect example of the U.S. men and women's hockey teams coming together as one. We're not going far in the World Cup unless it's collective. Let's face it. We know that. And we're not going far in the World Cup unless we can get the country behind us. So a lot to really kind of chop off and bite there. But Pochettino's been pushing this and is certainly going to continue to push it, the collective, the team, and we're going to see how far we go. And we really want the U.S. to go far to engage the country, and the sport is always, we'll get a bump. We're going to get a bump here in Houston. as I mentioned in the monologue and the game on for 90. By the way, I got the World Cup trophy in studio here. You didn't think it was going to make a tour here and make it to Soccer Matters. 24 karat.